Boy. This is going to be a burner. But before we jump off into that, we need to pay some bills, baby. Number one, you can get the porn as always in the DVD player on Kindle or Amazon, whether you like ebooks or not. Also, everything just about is on Kindle. Pimping Craigslist for Fun and Profit, The Ultimate Garage Sale, The New Storage Auction Buyer's Handbook, and Storage Auctions 101. Get that right there. And if you don't like ebooks, you can go to my blog, www.urbanpackrat.com, and get the 3-book deal or a single deal of whatever you desire. All right, here we go. We'll have to jump into this. I've talked about Brazilians in the warehouse before, but I've never talked about these Brazilians. Woo! Yeah, this is going to be one of those type of videos because these girls were fun. I'm not talking about regular run-of-the-mill on a scale of 1 to 10, 11 fine. I'm talking about, I don't believe that you're actually walking into my warehouse on a scale of 1 to 10, 28 fine. I placed an ad on Craigslist. I bought one of those really foo-fooey women's units. And for the record, foo-fooey, decor, those are the units. A lot of guys don't buy the units of women because they're like, that's where you get your jewelry, that's where you get your shoes, that's where you get a lot of eBayable items. But I bought this unit and it had 2 purple chase lounges. Definitely custom made. These things were hot. They were almost kind of like a CT type deal where there was a raised back and it just kind of curved. I mean, they were hot. I took a picture of them dovetailed together. I took a picture of an angle with the front together, and the women were going crazy. And this unit had a lot of nice stuff. It had neoclassical furniture. I mean, the woman was an interior designer with excellent contemporary taste. This stuff was dope. I only got the unit for $320. Put it on Craigslist, and they were calling. And this was stuff that I knew had more than traditional value. Meaning I was going to sit on it. Because chase lounges are hard to find. If you find one in the store, it's going to be $300 to $600. $300 is super cheap. Super cheap is probably not going to be really good quality. I pegged these probably was $1,200 to $2,000 just to make. They were heavy, definitely well constructed, and they were the type of chase lounges if you wanted to rip the fabric off and put more fabric on, you could. Well, they were calling. Then I got a phone call. It was a day I went to auctions earlier in the day. Everything had kind of capped off around 2 or 3 p.m. And I was just like, let me just put this stuff up on Craigslist again. Because, like I said in the book, Pimping Craigslist for Fun and Profit, everything doesn't sell immediately on Craigslist. If you've been doing it for a while, you already know. It takes some time. So I was getting ready to relist it. And I got a phone call. And it was this very thick accent. It's like, hello? I was like, hi. Do you still have the chase lounges? I can't do her accent. It's just like, actually I do. I was just getting ready to relist those bad boys. That's what was in my mind, but I didn't tell her. And I was like, yeah. She's like, I'd like to come by and check them out. Are you available like within the next hour? And I was like, yeah, sure. No problem. And I just to set expectations, I was like, look, I know what I have. These are wonderful pieces of furniture. They're very high quality. Just letting you know. And she says, I could tell, and by the way, your pictures are just lovely. And I saw some other stuff. Another tip, when you're taking pictures, everyone goes for the clean, only one item look. I purposely took pictures where you could see part of another item in there to pique curiosity. But that's me. I've been in the warehouse, but anyway, I went ahead and just reposted it anyway, some other stuff. And about an hour and 10 minutes later, I get a phone call. And it's like, hey, are you in like a warehouse? I was like, I am. And she's like, I'm outside. I've got my sister. I said, okay, just come on up the steps. It's this sweet. And I hear the dunk, because the steps were made of metal. And I was like, they've got heels on. Because I definitely could hear 2 people. I was wrong. It was 3. I'm a dude, so I'm going to be just a dude in this video because the first one came in, I swear, if my hand wasn't like that, because it was on the desk, my mouth would have dropped open. The chick was not just ridiculously gorgeous. Ridiculously gorgeous. And if you've seen Brazilians and you know that they have no shame in their bodies, they tend to wear a lot of tight shit. And bam, she came in. And I don't know if you've ever seen a chick with thighs that were so contoured that when they walked, they just kind of, I mean, she just came in. I was just like, what the you gotta be kidding me. And she's like, oh, you have the chase? And then another one came in, and another one came in, and it was just like these beautiful Brazilian women popping out of a clown car. They just kept coming in, and they were like a little taller than each. One was this tall, and I was just sitting there like, and I just pointed, like, because I was freaking mute. And I was like, yeah, the chick, they're over there. Just sitting there, and like, I wanted them to walk by, and you know I wanted them to walk by. And boy, the asses on these chicks, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just, I don't go to strip clubs, but if those asses was in strip clubs, I'd probably have to make it rain. Just being honest. So they go over there and they're sitting on the CDs and everything. Now, at this point, I am smart because I am taking pictures. I have got my phone out. I've got my camera out on the desk. I'm just taking pictures because I'm like, if they never come back again, I need some kind of record for this. No, I'm not putting the pictures up here on YouTube. Nope, not doing it. And they go over there and they get on the phone, and then this other one that comes over, and you know, she's very thick with her Portuguese accent. She's like, we have another sister. She wants to come. Is it okay? Would you wait? Yeah! I'll wait. Sure, I'll wait. There's another one of you? Yeah, I'll wait. Oh, definitely. Yeah, no problem. Shit, we need to order a pizza. What's up? What's up? So about 30 minutes later, another one comes. She's the finest one of them all. And that's really saying a lot. That's really... So they come in, but she's actually the one that moved here first, and she moved them here. She spoke perfect English, and actually she was an attorney. I'm just sitting there like, you got to be kidding me. So we go through it, and they're just like this, and she's like, well, my sisters have moved in with me, and they say my taste is not the best, and they're redecorating my house. So I'm just like, let me get this straight. All of y'all live in the same house? And she said, yes, we live together. I was like, really? I'm just like, at this point, I don't care. I'm going to take it. I was like, so, what? None of y'all have a man? And she just looked at me and rolled her eyes. She said, the men in Atlanta don't know how to deal with me. I was like, what, you're a lesbian or something? She said, no. And at that point, I saw her starting to get like a little pissed off. And I was like, oh, well, let's see if we can sell some furniture. So we go over there, and the sisters are sitting on the CDs and everything, and they're all like sitting there. And I mean, they're freaking lounged around like Victorian models. Now, every last one of them, except for the last sister, have on like 4 to 5 inch high heels, tight jeans, just showing all their loveliness. Now, the last sister comes in, she has on a business suit, but it can't hide that ass. I mean, it's just like, I don't care, like Most Def said, ass so fat you can see it from the front. That was all 4 of them. It's just like, damn. So we go over there, then they start speaking in Portuguese. Then, the sister that came in, she's like, definitely not trying to buy the furniture. And they're like this. And then the tallest one did this. I'm like, why is she sticking her lip out like that? And she's like looking at her sister. And the sister's like, don't do that to me. And she's like, she comes over there. Then this is where it gets interesting. I'm over there at my desk, and then she comes over, and she's like, can we walk? I was like, no, the warehouse is huge, right? And I'm just like, why you want to walk? I don't know. What's this about? So I get up, and she grabs my arm, and she says, oh, you work out. You got a big arm. I was like, you keep squeezing me, something else is going to be big. And I said that, right? Because at this point, I don't care. I was just like, either they're going to buy it or they're not going to buy it because the furniture's nice, and I'm going to sell it. And she just looked at me. She's like, you're a really bad boy. I was like, I've been known to cause a little trouble. But anyway, what's your deal? What are you trying to do here? You want the furniture or not? She's like, well, they want all of it. So what kind of deal can you work me? Volume buying. I was like, nope, price as is, because this stuff is highly discounted as it is. And you're not going to be able to find that stuff just anywhere. It was all custom built. And it matches. So if you want it, that's the price. And she's like, really? There's nothing I can do? I was like, there's nothing you can do, because at this point, I realized I was being played. And, the squeezing of the arm and you work out, and I was like, no. Not to mention, I think the tall sister kind of had her eye on me. And I was like, that's the deal. When you've got that type of situation, and yeah, I cracked. I'm not even going to lie. I cracked, but you can only crack once, and they're all sisters, so you can't like pick this one and then jump to this one. I had to make the right decision. And like I said, the last one that came in was the finest one of them all. But that was kind of like, you've got this diamond and this diamond. They're the same size, and they're like maybe just a little difference in the clarity. It's not, to the naked eye, it's kind of like, eh. And I was like, oh. So she's like, really? I was like, really, really, really? That's the deal. And the other sister is like the one that's like doing the pounding. She comes over and she's like, make the deal. That's when she looks at her sister. You need this. You live like a man. I was like, okay. And she's like, you wouldn't happen to take American Express? And I was like, bam! Yes, I do. And she looked at me. She said, really? I was like, yeah, I'm a businessman. We take all credit cards. Give it to me. Give me the credit card. I hate American Express because they break you over the head with their percentage. But hey, she wanted points. And I sold all that stuff for $3,900. And I did not throw in free delivery. Nope, nope, nope. Because when I'm dealing with, I'm trying to crack, right? And one of the things that we as men do is we do too much and we mess up. And the deal was done. They were getting some stuff. Either she was going to go out with me on the merits of me being a cool dude or not. So I made sure I went on the delivery. I got the furniture, went to the house. Huge house up in Glendon. Get in there. I mean, she did live like a dude. There was this big ass television and like not even rooms to go furniture, like rooms to throw. I was just like, you got to be kidding. And the tall sister came, I was like, I see what you mean by, man. There's like nothing in here. If you scream, you hear echo. She's like, you know. I mean, it makes no sense. She make a lot of money. It makes no sense. And at this point now, the sister who bought the stuff was not there. And the other ones, I don't know where it was, but it was the tall one. So the guys were pulling the stuff in. And I was like, hey, they'll put it wherever you want. And if you've ever been to Brazil, I went to Brazil in 1989 Carnival, baby. Oh my God. Oh, different kind of culture. So we're walking around the house and everything. And I was like, I'm sitting there doing I have a vision. I was like, yeah, there's some art I have, we can do this. And she said, oh, we will be back. This is beautiful stuff. And, she needs it. She needs it. And, she's like grabbing me, right? And I don't know how the hell this happened, but we're walking and I'm holding her hand. And I swear, it's like that far from a Woody moment. I mean, it's that far. It's just like, oh, yeah. So we'll go ahead, do a little bit more business. And I'm not going to get into the details because I was told, you don't need to be telling about your one-night stands and all this stuff on YouTube. I was like, well, actually, it wasn't a one-night stand. But we actually went out for quite a while. But the whole deal of this, and this was kind of toward the end of the storage auction career, because I really, really started relaxing a lot of my policies. I'm just sitting there like I work like 6-7 days a week, and I'm just like, why aren't you asking some of these women to go out? Because you're seeing better stuff walking in your warehouse than you're running into in the street. So toward the end, my partner, she used to walk around. One of our employees, I had to check him because she knew what I was going to do when certain chick came in, and she just walked by my neck, how. And one of the employees was like, yeah, you just a hoe. And I was like, this hoe pay you, and you do that again, you won't be getting paid again. Got it, sir. I was like, pat! But it was just funny that I got into that opportunity, and there's a huge Brazilian community here. There's a community, I'm not going to say it's huge, but got to go to some events to see some stuff, and oh my Look at her butt. Woo! Boy, boy, boy. Unfortunately for me, she went back to Brazil. You know, kept in contact for a little while, but man, that was a good time. That was a lot of fun. And if I ever go back to Brazil, I know where she lives and I will be heading there, but she's probably married, whatever. But anyway, that's the kind of stuff that you can run into on Craigslist by placing ads, selling stuff, and really knowing how to work the marketplace. Because that right there is really a crazy Craigslist story. But I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I know we're close and everything, but I really want to tell you, but I can't tell you. If I ever get a chance, woo, boy, boy, boy. Anywho, I'll see you in the next video.